Good morning, everybody. It's Russ Godfrey here, the RowdyDawg. I'm getting ready to go out for my bike ride. It is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous day out today. There goes Buster running across the gate there. Anyway, just did a little warm up down here in Man World. I've got my power blocks here. I'll get on those and just kind of do some light work. I don't know if you can see those, but anyway, I do some light work in there just to kind of warm up the muscles, the shoulders, you know, get the rust broke loose. And I've got this bench here. I get on that and, you know, do some flies, bench flies and chest press, you know, different things. So I can sit, not have to put any stress on my back while I'm doing, you know, biceps, triceps, that kind of stuff. So got warmed up, getting ready to go. And I'm gonna share this ride with you guys. I tried to do this before, but YouTube, I had a little bit of music playing in the background on my Alexa, and they flagged the video. So I can't even remember. I think it was some Led Zeppelin or something. It was playing in the background. Didn't even notice it till I played it back and uploaded it. But there's a tip for you, man. Make sure you don't have any music, anything by artists that are out in the world, you know, like Led Zeppelin, any of those guys. You can't have it. They won't let you. They'll flag your video. They won't put it up. So unless you have some kind of expensive licensing thing going. I'm gonna put my earbuds in so I can do this. All right, while I'm riding. I think you guys should be able to hear me on this. Anyway, getting ready to go. I'm gonna open this front door up. I cannot wait to get out here. I love riding my bike, man. It takes me back to when I was a kid. And shoot, man, my fondest memories of growing up riding my bike. Here's my bike right here. You know, I bought this bike back in 1987. Right after I got out of drug treatment, I wanted to start, you know, exercising and getting back in shape. And that helped me to get past my addictions, is exercise and stuff. And I'm a kind of guy, I have to move. I can't, like, you know, I need to have music in my ear to help motivate me. I also like to get out in the air, in the fresh air, and do bike riding, get different scenery. I do my treadmill. I do this. I've got, you know, my exercise bike here, and I'll do that if there's raining or too cold or something. I've got an elliptical up at the house. I'm going to bring it down here too at some point. You know, this is my shop here. You can see in the background. This is where I used to do all my work for my business I sold. You know, ran Temco distributors. The website's washparts.com if you guys want to check it out. But I ran that business for 30 years, man. It was my identity. And but this is where I did all that. I had all my equipment in here, all my CNC equipment to make our control systems. I'll turn this around so y'all can see. But, you know, now it's my man shop. Oh, there's one of my little projects. I just kind of threw that together. It's a lamp. I use it to go over my workbench there, but it's a kind of a battling Coke and Pepsi motif. Anyway, I make some custom lighting for friends and stuff. I don't sell it, just like to make it. It's fun. So, anyway, over here, this is where I do all my entre stuff. So I do my online marketing, do all that. Got all my stuff over here with, here, I'll show you. There's my computer, ring light's on. I don't know why it's on, shouldn't be. But anyway, there's all my grandkids' stuff that they make for me. Their little hand finger painting. And that's my son when he was a little baby. I bet he's 6 months old there. Anyway, there's my little girl, Cassie. There's mine. Quitters never win, winners never quit. Right, guys? Here are my, you know, goals my ultimate goals. But anyway, that's my workspace. This is my man cave. There's my workout area there, and this is my This is my cousin. This is his memorial flag. He was a Navy SEAL. He was killed in 8/6/2011 when all the SEALs went down. God rest him. And I watched this young man grow up, and I lived with my uncle when he was a baby, and you know, anyway, it was a tragedy. It really was. But anyway, back to this. I'm getting a little misty. Don't want to do that. I got to get up for my ride. So anyway, one thing I want to tell you guys about bikes, if you're going to get on your bike, golly, it's so nice. This seat, bicycle seats have got to be the most uncomfortable thing in the world, right? I mean, who designed these things? They had to design them for like 10-year-old kids, you know, but a guy that's a little overweight, a little long in the tooth, man, these real skinny bicycle seats are ridiculous. So what I did, you know, I used to ride on them. I got so sick of it. I went out and I got me this seat. If you can see it, it's a cushion. It's got memory foam in it. Man, it is great. I can ride and not have pain or issues riding. And that just straps right over the top of the seat. I think this is $25. It's worth every penny. Also, you know, I had carpal tunnel, so I bought me some of these bar extenders, because whenever you're riding for a long distance, you kind of bend over and you start getting some pressure on your wrists. So you can set up straighter with these bar extenders right here, easy to put on. And also a rear view mirror. You know, that way you don't have to flip your head around all the time to see what's coming. And right there, it's very easily adjustable, and it sticks right in the end of the handlebar. I recommend, if you're gonna ride, get those. Get you a water bottle. You know, that way you'll be all set. I hope I didn't get my fingers in front of this lens too much for you guys. But anyway, I'm gonna hop on this here bike, and we're gonna go for a little ride. Oh, one thing I didn't do. I gotta set this down. I gotta set up my Fitbit exercise. Bicycle. Where is my bicycle? There's bike. Gonna hit start. Gonna set it for pulse rate, and away we go. Okay, there she goes. Ha ha! Yeehaw! I love riding my bike. You know, my first memories of riding my bike was whenever I was a kid. I wasn't even going to school yet. I was probably 4 or 5. This is out in West Texas, Kermit, Texas, out in the middle of the desert in Texas, out in, you know, West Texas. And we had a field behind our house. And one day, you know, little town. I mean, Kermit's a little bitty town. We moved to Midland later, but anyway, I used to go out there and play, catch horny toads. Okay, here we go. And so I was out there playing in the field and catching horny toads. Shoot, now I think you get arrested for catching horny toads. Are like a endangered species. We used to catch them by the box load and put little paintings on their back and stuff, and then recatch them. Same thing with terrapins and stuff, turtles. But hang on, let me get out of my gate here. Here, my gate's opening up. Hang on, you can see this. But anyway, I found an old bicycle, an old rusted up bicycle, kind of half buried in the dirt. And I took it, I drug it home. I was maybe 4 or 5. I know it was before I started school, so I drug it home and said, Daddy, you know, my dad was a heat and air conditioning, refrigeration guy, worked hard working guy, man, always working. And I drug it home to him and said, Dad, can you make me a bike? I wanted a bike so bad. And didn't have a lot of money, and I knew it, I guess. And I drug it home. Anyway, he made me a bike out of this thing. It was old, rusted up. I remember he took the chain off, put it in a coffee can of motor oil, unseized it. God, it's pretty today. And I can't even remember if it had wheels. He got some wheels for it, some tires put on it, and he built me a bike out of this rusted carcass of a bike. And that's what I learned to ride on. And it was a girl's bike, but I didn't care. I was 4 or 5 years old. I didn't care. But after a while, I did start caring. So what he did is, girls' bike have the 2 bars that go down to the front fork. Well, he cut the top bar off, pulled it up, and welded it across the top of the fork, so it made it into a boy's bike, and repainted it red. So my dad's just a great guy. He's still a great guy. He's 80, gonna be 83 in July, and man, he taught me so much about life and dedication to family and what's right and what's wrong, and always tell the truth and be honest with people. And just best role model I could have ever had. Anyway, I love my dad dearly. I go have lunch with him every day. Not every day, every Wednesday I go have lunch with him. My mom, they both, thank God I still got them. 82 and 83. And pretty good shape. So I guess I come from some pretty good stock. Okay. Anyway, this bike ride is for everybody. Seniors, man, you gotta exercise. You gotta get on your bike. Reminisce a little bit. You don't have to go fast. Get on your bike, go around the block, go up the block and back. It don't matter, but you have to move. You have to start somewhere. And this bike here, it had been in storage, hanging up in my shed for years. I mean, I bought this bike in '87. I probably hadn't rode it. Shoot, I can't even remember the last time. It's been so long. Anyway, it's a 10-speed. It works good. It runs good. But the main thing, guys, as we get older, we've got to do some exercise. Get outside, get some fresh air, walk around the block, meet your neighbors, go for a bike ride. Go out, man. Look at this. Beautiful out here. Beautiful. Turn this around so you can see. So pretty out here today. Just gorgeous. Gotta wait for me. I'm just gonna go on. Alright. So we're gonna ride. I usually go around my neighborhood. I do about 7 miles, 8 miles sometimes. A little shorter other times. But I'm drifting now. I'm just kind of riding along on that pedals. My neighborhood over here is very hilly. I got lots of big hills. And boy, oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, it's nice. Gotta check my rear view. I get a little crazy sometimes on these videos, paying attention to what I'm doing. But all you seniors, any senior out there who is recently retired or long retired and you're not moving, get up and move. You'll feel so much better. I was a guy who had gained so much weight as I got older, and I'd always exercise and maintain my health. And in the last 10 years of building my business, I just kind of quit doing it. I got out of the habit, and I gained, which I used to maintain around 195, 200. I got to 263 pounds. Can you believe that too? From about 195 to 263. I look around, I'm going, wow, no wonder I don't feel good. Got the grumpy old man syndrome going, right? Woo! Okay, I'm cranking up a hill here. Nobody behind me. So, anyway, woo. There's my neighbors, everybody waving. People are so nice here. This is such a nice neighborhood. Whew. Oh my gosh, that was a long hill. Okay, so, whew. But, you know, for me, I can't do it now because I'm doing this video, but I usually have, I got my earbuds in, and I usually have my favorite music. You know, whatever era you come from, get some music on in your ears that motivates you to walk. For me, it's Led Zeppelin, it's Steppenwolf, it's Foghat, it's ZZ Top, it's, man, even going further back, James Gang, Steppenwolf, so many. And it's real important to have some motivation when you get out and walk. And it helps you reminisce, man. It helps you think about your youth. When you used to be able to get out on your bike and ride and not even think about it. You just did it because that was your mode of transport. Howdy. And that's kind of what we're doing here. I want you guys to think about how you used to feel. And you can feel that way again. You can. Or get close to it. Do something. And it took me a while to, you know, I started, after I sold my business, I was looking for something. I just kind of lost my identity. I'd been living, breathing, sleeping my business and building it. And when I sold it, you know, it's like, wow, okay, that was who I was. And so now what I do, so I was looking around all over the internet, trying to find things to do, you know, trying to find investment. Oh, I'm gonna buy real estate. Oh no, I'm gonna do Amazon. Well, in my search, I found this Jeff Lerner. He was talking about the 3 P's of excellence. So I was all into it, man. I said, hey, that's what I want to do. I want to do that. I want to learn that program. It's online marketing. It's all about what they call the 3 P's, which is professional excellence, personal excellence, and physical excellence. And he talks about doing hard things well, and talking about how building a business is not easy. Building a business is hard. Ain't none of this get rich quick stuff. You know, there's so many scams on the internet. Oh yeah, look here, give me $500 and I'll build your Amazon store for you for free. You won't have to do nothing. Well, it was a whole lot more than 500, it's like 25,000. So there's so many scams. Make $1 million in a day, you know. They don't tell you what comes after they take your money. Whew. Anyway, that's what I liked about Entre Institute and Jeff Lerner. It's all about support, coaching, teaching you how to do these things, holding your hand, taking you step by step. You know, don't get me wrong. You've got to do the work, but they help you. They help you the whole way. They're guiding you, they're giving you support. And I actually made my first sale within a month of starting. Wasn't a lot of money, but dang, it was motivating to know that it works and that I can do this. It could be overwhelming at times because there's so much to learn. But one day at a time, man, I'm getting a hold of it and I'm learning it. Part of it is making these videos. I like helping people. And I think my journey, my getting fit again, and what I do to get fit. And as a senior, because I have to be careful, like a lot of seniors, you know, I've got 26 screws and 6 plates in my face from a jaw surgery. You know, I didn't have braces as a young man or as a kid. I didn't get braces till I was in my 50s. I was like 55. And let me tell you what, not good. I sure had a lot of empathy for my 3 kids because they all had braces. After I got them, I just didn't realize what they went through. Whenever you have them adjusted, your mouth hurts for a week, you can't eat. It's awful. But anyway, I had to have 4 teeth extracted. Had to have major jaw surgery, pulled my behind my nose, my sinus cavities out, and my jaw out, almost a full inch from a deformity I had as a kid. Never could breathe right, so. And then I ended up, because I couldn't breathe right, I got atrial fibrillation, had to have a heart. I had it really bad, man. I went to the emergency room many times thinking I was going to die, but I got it fixed. 12-hour procedures. I got it fixed. I don't have that problem anymore. On the table for 12 hours. And, no open heart. They went through my veins and arteries at my groin and up in my shoulder blades, down through the top and up through the bottom. Went into the heart. They actually stop your heart and then restart it and try to trigger these nerves that are misfiring. That's what causes atrial fibrillation. Your heart just flutters. It's crazy. It's the most sickening feeling you ever had in your life. But anyway, I'm done with that. I went through the braces, jaw surgery, all that, heart procedure. Then I went through so I've had, you know, the body wears out, but the mind is still active, guys, still sharp. I went through, can't set that down on my handlebar. Whew. Oh boy. I'm about 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes into the ride. I think I talked for a while in the shop, but it's already kicking my rear. A lot of hills. But anyway, I've had both hands, both wrists, carpal tunnel, elbow surgeries, both elbows, one from a wreck, shoulder surgery, bicep, rotacuff tendon. That was fairly recent. I've had both knees scoped. Just had one done last September. I'm still dealing with that and the pain from it. It's getting better because I'm moving it, taking care of it, keeping it moving, keeping it lubricated, keeping my blood pumping. It helps. You know, I couldn't even go downstairs without being really careful. But since I started in January, when I started exercising, come February or so, man, I didn't even remember. I kind of forgot about it because it didn't hurt anymore and it was mobile. That's from exercise. Keeping it lubricated, keeping it moving, getting the muscles strong around the joint. So important as we get older. Whew. You know, I have these power blocks in my shop, and each dumbbell can go up to 50 pounds, but I very rarely ever push that much weight. My shoulders can't take it. I might do 30, 35 pounds, but you have to move in a way that don't hurt you. Main thing is that you do some sort of weight bearing. You can use your body weight too. You can do isometrics. They say isometrics is really good for you. That'd be like, you know, you put your hands up in front of you and press them together, press your palms together in front of you, and you feel that in your chest, and you hold that for 15, 20 seconds until you feel it in your chest. And you can do those all over your body. Isometrics. kind of a lost form of exercise these days. It used to be pretty common. Anyway. Okay, we got a drift. Going down a pretty good hill. See that behind me, man? That hill is tough. Here we go. Y'all can see this. It's just gorgeous, man. All the trees are greening up. We've had so many trees. We had a big ice storm, historic 100-year ice storm here in October. Never happens here. Ice storm in October is crazy. So, anyway. Uh-oh, I think I went the wrong way. I gotta turn around. Anyway, check the fit here. Let's see if I can do this without no hands. I'm gonna hold my hand. There we go. Woo! You know, when I was a kid, growing up in the 70s, 60s, late, I started riding 65 to 75 or so before I got to be a smart alecky teenager. I rode unicycles to school. I had a small unicycle. I rode to school all the time. Did crazy stuff on it. I jumped ramps with my unicycle. And then, back then, Evel Knievel was the king, man. So we all jumped ramps. My dad actually helped us. He brought home a 4x8 sheet of 3/4 inch plywood. We had some old chairs and some blocks, and we'd set it up on the corner of our driveway so we'd land out in the grass, right? We had a pretty good sized hill, and we'd get running down this hill and jump that ramp, and we're Evel Knievel, man. We're gonna set the record. Jump some buses. We'd even lay down our bikes underneath it, see who could jump all the bikes. I actually set the record. Me, Mr. Overachiever, I couldn't let anybody beat me, so I said, I'm gonna do it this time. So I got up top of the hill, and I jumped from our driveway off the end of that ramp all the way to our neighbor's driveway. Had to have been 50 feet, for a kid on a little Huffy Stingray bike. That's a hell of a jump. I think I wrecked. I think I broke my arm. Can't remember. Anyway, I wrecked. I think I did break my arm when I landed because my front fork broke. And boy, I went tumbling. Anyway. But, went to the emergency room, got my arm set, and I was back out there riding again within a day or two. So here comes another car behind me. Okay. Whew. But yeah, man, what memories. We had vacant lot where I lived in Kermit. It's just kind of desert out there. So we had these vacant lots full of trails, and we'd build dirt berms, and we'd go out there and ride our bikes all day. Remember how you used to leave in the morning and come home? You had to be home by when the street lights came on. You had to start making your way home. I hope you guys can relate to that, because in a little town, everybody knows everybody. We probably had 10, 15 kids out there on bikes, riding the trails and building dirt ramps and jump over. And it's just awesome. We'd be gone all day. Had a buddy Stan Bailey, God rest his soul, he recently passed. He was my best friend. But he lived right next door to the vacant lot. This was huge. I'm talking probably 120 acre lot. Didn't have trees out there. We had mesquite bushes. And to give you an idea, Kermit is out in West Texas, right next to the New Mexican border, near a little town called No Trees. The only thing we had to climb in Kermit was pump jacks, and we did often. They didn't put fences around them and barbed wire around them like they do now, but we'd climb tank batters. We'd get out there. This field probably had a dozen pump jacks on it. We'd ride over to them, dare each other to walk the beam of the pup jack while it was running, and none of us got killed. You know, we lived to survive it. So, but wow, my kids tried to do that today. My kids ever tried to do that, I don't know what I'd do. My dad taught us how to drive out there. His old service pickup had an old red Ford pickup. Had his toolbox on side mount toolboxes where he did his work. He'd take off in the afternoons, take us swimming, or take us out to these fields. They had old lease roads, and he'd let us get in behind the wheel, him sit over in the passenger seat, and just let us drive. Nothing to hit. And you know, you get close to a pump jack, you better slow down, or a tank battery. Anyway, it was fun stuff. You know, I actually have. My brother and sister bought me. Golly, I'm lost. They bought me a 6 foot tall unicycle when I was like 16 or 17 for my birthday. Howdy. I think they all pitched in, you know, and got it for me. They wanted to see if because I had mastered the smaller unicycle, they wanted to see if I could ride this big one. So it took me a couple of days. I figured it out. I bet I could still ride that damn thing. I ought to get it out. I still have it. It's I'm sure the tire's flat. It's got cobwebs all over it, but I still got the damn thing. I'm gonna pull it out. Maybe I'll make a video. Show you that a 61-year-old man, overweight, can still ride a 6 foot tall unicycle if he wants to. Shit, hope the hell I don't break nothing in the attempt. Oh, here we go. I'm going the wrong way, guys. Got to turn in. Whew. Okay, this is good because talking to you guys helps me. Whew, helps me to not think about the pain that I am inflicting on myself. Oh, it's hard holding this camera, holding it steady while riding. I'm glad I got these extenders on these bars because that helps. That helps me quite a bit. I prop my elbow in against my body too. That helps too. My shoulders don't hurt. Yeah, shoulder surgery's no fun. Here comes the car. Shoulder surgery, no fun. You know, I had a car wreck and the guy ran a red light and I hit him broadside. The little girl was in the car. Damn lucky it didn't kill him. I hit him right behind the driver's door. I was in my big King Ridge pickup. We can talk about a shock. But I'm getting in the street now. Anyway, tore my elbow up. I guess it tore my shoulder up too. Because I had to have shoulder surgery. I had elbow surgery to take care of the elbow. And then, right after I was going to my last therapy session for my elbow, and I slipped on a little patch of ice on the edge of my stairs on my back porch, and I fell right back down on my shoulder and jammed my shoulder and tore the rotacuff bicep tendon. You know, and I don't think my shoulder had been hurting me ever since I had the wreck, but I didn't think nothing about it because, you know, I just thought I was getting old, but it wasn't. I think that my little fall just kind of went ahead and tore it on off from my wreck, and I ended up having surgery on it. And it's, you know, once you get cut on, it ain't never the same, but it's doing okay. I can't lay on it to sleep or nothing. Anyway, golly, I hope, you know, I've never done anything like this, guys. I hope you can relate to what I'm saying. Seniors have got to move. Seniors have got to exercise. We got to stick together. You know, we are the glue that holds our families together. We're the ones, if you're like me, my family is so important to me. I have 11 grandchildren, 3 grown children, 2 girls. One of them we don't see anymore. Well, I just won't say any more about that. But we have an adopted granddaughter that we've been raising since she was just before she hit 1 year old. And I have to stay in shape. I have to stay moving and mobile and functional for her. She's 8 now. And I can see, man, it's getting more and more important for me to stay active, stay mobile. And, you know, when I talk about our families being so important, I want relationships with my grandkids. And my wife and I, we have 3 acres here, big house, so we always have our functions, birthday parties, 4th of July, barbecues, whatever, Mother's Day. We're going to have a big gathering at my house for Mother's Day. We got the pool open, people come swimming. We want them to come to our house. So it's kind of the gathering place. And we want them to bring their friends. And it's just real important for us to maintain our relationships with our families. But what happens is if you get the grumpy old man syndrome and you get stove up and overweight, you don't want to do that. You don't want anybody coming over, they're gonna mess up the house. They're running around going crazy, blah blah blah. So it's important stuff. Howdy. One of my neighbors. Good guy. Oh, whew. I don't know if y'all can tell when I go up here or not, but man, I get to work, can't really talk. Now I'm at the top, I'm drifting, going back down the hill now. Here we go. Y'all can see that. You can't really tell how hilly it is here, but boy, these hills are kicking old man's ass. All right. Yeah. I am, golly, I'm 37 minutes into this. Dadgummit. Howdy. But, oh God, I needed that break. Ooh. Oh gosh. Oh. I don't want to change hands here because I get my fingers in front of the lens, I think. So I gotta just tough it out. Ooh. Okay. Here we go. Alright. I think I got, I'll tell you what, coming up on my house here. This is the Godfrey homestead over here, guys. Godfrey Central. I had a notice on my phone that we've got a package up here. We'll check it out. I think I've got a package up here at the gate. I don't see anything. I usually put them behind these columns. Okay, is there packages there? No. Okay. I guess they're gonna bring it later. Anyway, this is my house. There's my flags. That one underneath is the same flag as in my shop. It's a memorial that I designed and had built for my cousin Matt. He's my mom's brother's son, and I actually watched him grow up. He was great kid. One of these kids. He was one of these kids that just was a troublemaker his whole life. A lot of too much energy for his own good. He got in lots of trouble. He joined the Navy. Ended up being a Navy SEAL. One of the most elite warriors in the military. Anyway, we lost him on 8/6/2011. Wardak Promise, Afghanistan. Helicopter shot down. That's when we lost. It's most SEALs ever lost at one time, and called Extortion 17. If you guys, I think they're going to make a movie about it, but open my gate here. Anyway, I'm headed back into the shop. I had to open my gate. There's old Buster over there. I don't know if you can see him. He's one of our rescues. He's a very timid soul. See him there? I don't know if you can see him behind that tree or not. You might not be able to because I got the camera pointed the wrong way. There it is. And he's over there. See him over there? He's a good dog. He's a brindle lab. I've never seen a brindle lab, but he's pretty cool. We got him as a rescue, and he was so abused. He would tuck his tail on a cow in the corner. It took us a month to get him to eat. And he's just now breaking out of his shell. Come here, Buster. There you go. See? Come here, Buster. Come here, buddy. Come here, old Buster. Buster, come here, buddy. Come on over here, boy. Come here. Come see me. Yeah, he's not gonna do it. He keeps his distance, and I let him. You know, we've had him about 6 months. We knew we couldn't rehome him, but he was so emaciated when we got him. Whoever had him before, just he's finally, see his tail is slightly up now. When that tail comes up, Buster, Buster, come here, Buster. There he's wagging his tail for me. So anyway, he's a good dog. I want you all to meet my dogs. I've got some great, beautiful animals. My rescues that my wife and I have rescued over the years. Let's see, we've got 5 now. We had 6. One of them passed away recently. Anyway, this man world, and I'm just getting back. Good ride, about a 45-minute ride. But anyway, guys, I hope you got some value out of this. Hope you liked some of the stories and can relate to some of these things that I talked about. And I'm gonna go in here and hit my weights. Pretty soon I'll do a video on some of the exercises that I like to do. And you know, I got to be careful with my shoulders and my elbows and stuff. But there are some things I can still do to get a good pump, to get my muscles working. But anyway, that's my video for today. Just absolute gorgeous day. You guys y'all have a good one. I'm going to, and I'll see y'all in the next video. God bless.